Hey, English learners, welcome back to English Unleashed, your English podcast where you don't just study English, you live it. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Mike. And today, we've got something special. A fun, easy way to find your real English level without any test, without a teacher, and definitely without stress.
You just need your ears, a quiet mind, and a bit of focus.
We'll tell you 6 short stories, from beginner to expert. As you listen, notice when it starts to feel easy or when it gets a little hard. That moment of, uh-oh, this is getting tricky, that's where your level is.
So relax, sit back, and enjoy the stories. Let's begin with A1, the beginner level. The English here is short, clear, and simple. If it feels easy, you're already past beginner. Dollar. Level A1. Beginner.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm 24 years old. I live in a small town with my parents and my younger brother. We have a dog named Coco. He's brown and very cute. Every morning he waits for me near the door. I wake up at 7, brush my teeth, and eat breakfast. I like toast and tea. After breakfast, I go to work. I work in a bakery near my house. I sell bread and cakes. My boss is kind and my coworkers are funny. I like talking to the customers. After work, I go home, cook dinner, and eat with my family. We watch TV together and talk about our day. Before bed, I read a book or listen to music. My life is simple, but I feel happy every day.
If you understood this story without too much thinking, congratulations! You're at least A1 level. That means you can follow short, clear sentences about daily life, family, and simple routines.
And if that felt too easy, don't worry, we're just getting started. Let's move up to A2, elementary level. Things get a little more detailed here. The sentences connect better, and the ideas are smoother. Level A2, elementary.
My name is Daniel, and I live in a small apartment close to the city center. It's not big, but it's comfortable for one person. I have one bedroom, a kitchen, and a small living room. From my window, I can see the street and a big park with green trees. I work in an office as an assistant. My job is not very difficult, but it's busy. I answer emails, print documents, and help my manager. My coworkers are nice, and we sometimes go for lunch together. During lunch, we sit at a small cafe near our office and talk about our plans for the weekend. After work, I go to the gym. I listen to music while exercising because it helps me relax after sitting all day. When I get home, I cook dinner, usually pasta or rice. Sometimes I watch a movie or chat with my friends online. On weekends, I like going to the park or taking short trips to the countryside. I enjoy spending time outdoors, especially when the weather is nice. I take photos of trees, birds, and people walking. Life in the city is busy, but I like the energy. Every day feels new and full of possibilities.
If you could understand that story clearly, your English is A2 or higher. That means you can follow connected ideas about daily life, work, and simple plans.
And if it still feels too easy, great! You're ready to move on to B1, the intermediate level. Now English becomes more expressive, more natural, and a little more challenging.
So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's step into the next level in part 2, where sentences grow, ideas flow, and real conversations begin.
Welcome back to English Unleashed. If you understood the last story easily, you're doing great. You're already moving past beginner English and into the exciting world of fluency.
That's right. This part is all about real, everyday English, the kind you hear at work, in movies, and in natural conversations. If you can follow the stories here, your English is between B1 and B2.
Let's dive into B1, the intermediate level. Here, sentences get longer, ideas connect more naturally, and you'll hear people talk about work, goals, and personal growth. Keat? Level B1, intermediate.
Hi, my name is Leo, and I work as a car mechanic. I started this job 6 years ago, and even though it can be tiring, I really enjoy it. Every day brings a new challenge. One car won't start, another makes a strange noise, and sometimes customers arrive completely stressed out. But when I fix the problem, I feel proud. It's like solving a mystery. My day starts early. I get to the garage at 7:30, make a cup of strong coffee, and check my list of repairs. Some jobs are small, like changing tires or oil. Others take the whole day. I work with a small team, and we help each other when things get tough. We laugh a lot, even when we're tired. That makes the day easier. After work, I go home, take a shower, and cook dinner. Cooking helps me relax. I like experimenting with recipes I find online. I eat while watching something in English, usually car reviews or travel vlogs. It helps me learn new words naturally. I've been studying English for about 2 years. At first, I only wanted to understand car manuals, but now I dream about visiting the US and working there someday. Learning English hasn't been easy, but I've learned that small effort every day is the real key. Some days I study for only 10 minutes, but even 10 minutes is better than nothing. Every word I learn is one more step closer to my dream.
Wow, that story is so relatable, right? If you understood Leo's story clearly, that means your English is around B1, intermediate. You can now understand long conversations, describe experiences, and express your opinions naturally.
Exactly. And if that still feels comfortable, then you're ready for the next level, B2, upper intermediate. Here, English sounds fluent, expressive, and confident. You'll notice more emotion, deeper reflections, and natural rhythm.
Global. Level B2, upper intermediate. My name is Nina, and I work as a travel writer. For 5 years, I had a stable office job, good salary, kind people, but no excitement. Every day felt the same. Wake up, go to work, come home, repeat. Then, one afternoon, while sitting at my desk, I looked at a picture of a mountain on my computer screen and thought, what am I doing with my life? So I quit my job. I know, it sounds crazy, but I wanted to see the world and write about it. The first few months were hard. I had very little money and no plan. I started by writing short travel blogs for free. Sometimes nobody read them. Sometimes people left comments saying they loved my stories, and that gave me hope. Slowly, my writing improved. I started getting small freelance projects. I learned how to take better photos, how to manage my time, and most importantly, how to believe in myself. There were bad days too, days when I felt lonely or afraid that I had made the wrong choice. But then I'd wake up somewhere new, by the beach, in a mountain village, or on a noisy street full of life, and remember why I started. Today, I work with travel magazines and online platforms. My articles reach people from all over the world. When someone writes to me saying my story inspired them to travel, I feel like all the struggles were worth it. Being a travel writer has taught me something valuable. Freedom is not about having no rules, it's about creating your own. I may not earn as much as before, but I wake up every morning excited about the day ahead. And that's something I never had in the office.
That was powerful. If you understood Nina's story easily, you're around B2, upper intermediate. That means you can follow fluent, emotional English with natural expressions and reflections.
You're doing amazing. And remember, reaching B2 means you're officially an independent English speaker. You can communicate clearly, express ideas, and even joke naturally in English. Hey, English learners, welcome back to English Unleashed. If you've made it this far, you're probably no longer a beginner. You're thinking in English, feeling in English, and ready to experience how it truly sounds at its highest level.
That's right. This part is for our advanced and expert learners. Those of you who can follow stories with deeper ideas, emotions, and life lessons. But don't worry, even if this feels challenging, stay with us. Listening is learning.
So take a deep breath, open your ears, and let's begin with C1, advanced level.
Advanced. My name is David, and I've been working as a project manager in a tech company for nearly 10 years. When I first started, I thought success was about being busy. Full schedule, endless meetings, late nights. But over time, I realized something different. Being busy and being productive are not the same thing. Managing projects is easy. Managing people, that's where things get interesting. Projects follow rules, deadlines, budgets, clear steps. But people come with emotions, fears, and dreams. They need trust, not pressure. I start my mornings early, before the office noise begins. That first hour is sacred. Just me, a cup of coffee, and quiet thinking. I check my messages, plan my priorities, and ask myself, how can I make today better? Not just for me, but for my team. When the team arrives, the office comes alive. There's laughter, typing, coffee smells, and a rhythm that keeps us all moving. My job isn't just to give orders. It's to listen, guide, and make sure everyone has what they need to succeed. Some days are smooth. Some days, chaos wins. But that's leadership. Not control, but connection. A few years ago, one of my projects completely failed. We missed deadlines, lost a client, and the team felt defeated. I blamed myself for weeks. Then one morning, I realized failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the path to it. So instead of hiding from mistakes, I brought the team together. We talked, openly, honestly. No blame, no anger, just lessons. And something magical happened. People began to speak up, share ideas, and take ownership again. Since then, I've learned that trust is stronger than rules. When your team trusts you, they'll walk with you through any storm. At the end of the day, I close my laptop, leave the office, and walk home in silence. Those quiet minutes remind me that growth doesn't happen in noise. It happens in reflection, in the moments when you pause, breathe, and see how far you've come.
Wow, that was deep. If you could follow that story and understand its message, you're around C1, advanced level. You can process abstract ideas, emotional storytelling, and complex sentences with ease.
And if that story still felt natural, effortless, and smooth, you're ready for the final level. The level of mastery. C2. Expert. This is where English becomes more than a language. It becomes your voice. Expert.
My name is Sophia, and I'm a writer. Not the kind who writes for fame or money, but for clarity. Writing, for me, is how I make sense of the world. I've always loved silence. People think silence means emptiness, but for me, it's full. Full of thoughts, memories, and stories waiting to be told. I often sit near my window, watching people walk by, some rushing, some lost in thought, others smiling for no reason. I wonder what their stories are, what dreams they're carrying, what pain they're hiding. I write about ordinary things. A woman waiting for a train, a child chasing a balloon, a man staring at the rain. Because I believe life isn't made of big moments. It's made of small ones, the ones we often forget. Last year, I spent a few months alone in a cabin in Oregon. No internet, no city noise, just trees, wind, and my thoughts. At first, it was uncomfortable, like meeting a stranger I'd ignored for years, myself. But then, something changed. I started noticing the details again. The smell of rain, the rhythm of birds, the way sunlight touches old wood. That experience taught me something powerful. You don't always need to move faster to find happiness. Sometimes slowing down is how you find meaning. People often ask me what success means. I think success isn't about applause or money. It's about peace, the kind you feel when you know you've done something with honesty, even if nobody sees it. I've learned that words can build worlds. They can heal, connect, and inspire. And that's why I love English. It's not just a tool for communication. It's a bridge between people, between cultures, between hearts. Every time I write a story, I remind myself, someone out there might need these words today. And if my words can make even one person feel understood, then that's enough.
That was absolutely beautiful. If you followed Sophia's story easily, you're at C2, expert level. You understand emotion, nuance, and rhythm. You don't just translate English, you feel it.
And that's the real goal, right? Not just to learn English, but to make it part of who you are. Whether you're A1 or C2, remember, every level matters. Every word, every sentence, every story you understand brings you one step closer to fluency.
Exactly. The journey never ends. And that's what makes it beautiful.